It's known as alligator Alcatraz, which is very appropriate because I looked outside and that's not a place I want to go hiking anytime soon. But very soon, this facility will house some of the most menacing migrants, some of the most vicious people on the planet. We're surrounded by miles of treacherous swampland, and the only way out is really deportation. And a lot of these people are self-deporting back to their country where they came from. Quite a few. We're amazed at actually the number.
So Obama built cages, and now Trump, well, it looks like he's built a swamp prison. Well, that's right. And welcome to the next chapter of immigration politics. Except this time, it's not just about fences or cages. It's about snakes that swallow grown men, gators that cross highways like they pay taxes, and a prison buried so deep in the Florida Everglades, not even your prayers have cell service. And if you're wondering how far America is willing to go to keep people out, well, buckle up, because this ain't Alcatraz. This is Florida's migrant swamp prison. And guess what? It's open.
For the free luxury hotel rooms, we're paying hundreds of millions of dollars in New York City. And we used it to build this project. And Melania was just a little fraction of that money. The money they spent on that project, I happen to know the real estate developer. He's a he never really made that much, but he became very wealthy. With luxury, he didn't do well. With people that are not exactly luxury, he's made a fortune.
So I'm telling you guys, this isn't a joke, and it isn't satire either. This is Florida, and yes, this is real. So pull up a chair. We're about to unpack why this controversial facility has human rights groups, environmentalists, and even everyday Americans asking, have we gone too far? And what's going on in Florida again? And if this is your first time tuning into our channel, welcome to Southern Confidential. And if you would take a moment to subscribe to the channel, like the video, I would really appreciate it. And for everyone else that's been rocking with me, welcome back. Now, let's talk about this swamp prison. Okay, so you guys get this. Trump's team says that the swamp prison serves three core purposes. Number one, to scare the hell out of would-be illegal immigrants from coming over into Florida. Number two, to push self-deportation through fear and intimidation. Well, I added the fear and intimidation part. And in number three, to send a message that the border isn't a revolving door anymore. I don't know, y'all. I'm kind of on the fence with this one because I think Trump might be doing too much. He and Governor DeSantis down here in Florida, hey, and by the way, I didn't even think they liked each other. So they're back together now? I don't know. I guess they teamed up for this because they are calling it innovative and cost effective. So opponents, though, they're calling it inhumane. Whatever side you're on, let's just lay down the facts. So number one, the prison is real, y'all. It's tucked deep in the Florida Everglades, surrounded by 1.5 million acres of heat, humidity, and prehistoric predators. We're talking alligators, pythons, and mosquitoes big enough to file your taxes. So according to Trump and his team, border crossings have dropped sharply. Since Trump's executive order back in January of 2025, U.S. Customs and Border Protection reports a 93% decrease in illegal crossings between ports of entry. Now, the biggest drop, Indian nationals, which are down by 70% compared to last year.
In the 4 years before I took office, Joe Biden allowed 21 million people, that's a minimum, I think it was much higher than that, illegal aliens to invade our country. He invaded our country just like a military would invade. It's tougher because they don't wear uniforms. You don't know who they are. More than the populations of New York City, Los Angeles, Chicago, Houston, Phoenix, and Philadelphia combined. That's what came into our country from prisons, from mental institutions, from street gangs, drug dealers. It's disgusting.
I'm telling you guys, this is crazy. And this is news you can use. Because listen, for people seeking asylum, just know this, that's no longer an option. And that app that no one knew about that helped people schedule asylum interviews, gone. Now, if you cross the border, you have to wait in Mexico. And finally, the special legal programs that allow people from countries like Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, Venezuela to enter the U.S. legally, well, those programs have been canceled as well. So, y'all know I'm always going to try to keep it a buck. Now, I know so many people try to make Trumpy Bear the poster child for everything wrong with immigration. And hey, he didn't exactly hold back. But before y'all clutch your pearls, let's rewind. So back in 2014, under President Obama, yes, your favorite cool dad in a suit, the U.S. quietly expanded detention centers and then rolled out the first border cages. Now get this, family separation, well, it looks like it started under that administration as well. So Trump didn't invent the system. He just ripped the blinds off the windows and turned the volume up. So if you're going to talk about cages, let's not forget who laid the foundation. Feelings aside, guys, history got receipts.
In total, the average illegal alien costs American taxpayers an estimated $70,000. That's each. $70,000. I think that number is even low. If you care about balancing the budget, the single most impactful step we can take is to fully reverse the Biden migration invasion. One of the worst invasions we've ever had. We've never had an invasion like this. We've had invasions, but we've taken care of them. We've never had an invasion like this, and it's with us. And we have some very bad people out there looking to do big harm. That's why the One Big Beautiful Bill includes funding for 3,000 new Border Patrol officers and 10,000 new ICE agents. And I've gotten to know the Border Patrol and ICE very well.
So what's the message? Well, I think the handwriting is on the wall. This swamp prison is the cherry on top. And the message? Well, come illegally and we'll throw you behind in the middle of nowhere, guarded by nature itself. But let's not pretend this is just strategy, guys. It's a spectacle. It's messaging. It's Florida, baby. That's how they roll. So let's not turn this into a mud throwing fight, guys. I'm just here to talk about facts, not to play politics, okay? Because the reality is this prison, for better or worse, is working for now. But we got to ask ourselves, what does it say about us? Are we okay with using fear as a weapon? Are we really okay with letting gators and swamp fog serve as border patrol? And is this protection or a performance? Now, I don't know about you guys because we have a lot of new school parents, a lot of gentle parenting going on in 2025. So they don't really like the whole fear thing. But let me tell you something about fear. Okay. It kept my behind out of trouble all my life because I was afraid of my dad because I thought he was crazy. Like I wasn't afraid to like be with him, spend time with him, like he was going to do something crazy to me. But I was certainly afraid that if I did something that I knew I shouldn't have been doing, he was going to jack me, guys, and it wasn't going to be cute. So fear worked for me. Okay. So apparently, Trump and his team, they're thinking that it will also work for illegal immigrants coming into the United States and especially coming into Florida. So, guys, listen, rather you think this is genius or grotesque, one thing's for sure. America is changing how it handles immigration, and the Everglades just became ground zero for that shift. Every story has a twist, guys, right? And I get it. Trump makes the perfect villain in this whole immigration drama. He's out here rolling out ICE like it's Amazon Prime, shutting down asylum, and then building swamp prisons in the Everglades like it's 1930s Alcatraz. And oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, it also doubles as an airstrip. And yes, it means exactly what I said. The officials, they will arrive via helicopter. Everybody else try to escape, you're going to be meeting the alligator version of Jaws. Just saying. Trump might need to look behind him for the ops, right? Because his critics, and it's worth unpacking, they're out here saying, how are you rewriting citizenship laws, trying to end birthrights for kids born on U.S. soil to undocumented parents when your own family might have walked that same tightrope? Now, don't kill the messenger, guys. I'm just telling you like it is, right? And let's keep it a buck. Trump's floating the idea that if your parents came here illegally, even if you were born in the U.S., you shouldn't be a citizen. But the moment he says that, folks hit rewind. Wasn't Melania on a visa when she had Barron? Okay, y'all, let's talk about it. So here's what the ops are saying about Melania. She was on a visa when she gave birth to Barron. And while we don't know all of the paperwork behind the scenes, people are asking, well, if you're ending birthright citizenship, sir, where does that leave your own child? Ooh, y'all, that is some drama. So in short, it's giving do as I say, not as I did. It's giving build the wall energy with glass house address. So yeah, maybe this isn't just an immigration policy matter. Maybe this is politics with a side of irony served hot in the Florida sun, maybe. So rather this theory from Trump's critics holds any legal weight, that's debatable. Birthright citizenship is actually baked into the 14th Amendment, and undoing it ain't something you can pull off with a press conference and a Sharpie. You need courts, Congress, and possibly a constitutional showdown. And listen, guys, I'm just playing devil's advocate, giving you a perspective from both sides, right? Like, this is not CNN, guys, okay? We're going to tell you both sides, you be the judge. But here's what may hold some weight: hypocrisy, because I think the public smells it from a mile away. And you can't parade around as the immigration executioner while your own family's journey dances close to the very system you're trying to demolish. Because eventually, guys, people will stop seeing policy and start seeing privilege. So, question: will this theory fly? Well, probably not legally. But in the court of public opinion, y'all, let's just say the jury's already looking side eye at our president. So, where are we now? Well, Florida's new migrant Alcatraz is officially open. And baby, it's giving third act plot twist meets political flex. Now, ICE is rolling harder than Amazon Prime. Border policy just got a new attitude. And meanwhile, critics are screaming, is this immigration reform or a live action Hunger Games in the Everglades? But here's the thing, guys. When the gators are your gatekeepers and the Wi-Fi don't reach, you're not just building a prison, you're building a statement. So rather you see this as bold leadership or banana republic energy, one thing's for sure: Florida ain't playing. And if this is how we're welcoming people now, you better come legal, come correct, or don't come at all. Because Sunshine State or not, this new facility don't have no welcome mats, just teeth. So I'm telling you guys, part 2 is going to be spicy hot, gator snapping, policy popping, and coming in loud. So this swamp saga is just heating up. Now hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, and your girl, I'll see you on the other side and on the next video.